You can't out exercise a bad diet. My patient gave me that line. She didn't give it to me. She said it and I stole it. And I thought it was a perfect way to describe what she was doing, what I tell people, and what a lot of people need to hear. You cannot out exercise a bad diet. I liked it. Instantly, I'm like, that just synergizes. I groove with that because too many people think that working extra hard offsets bad habits, cravings, excessive cheats, and lack of discipline in your diet. A lot of people are disappointed with their results and they think, well, I work really, really hard, which is important, but you work smart. That's also important. You can't kill yourself with exercise and then sneak little things here, a little there, have a little drawer full of whatever's in here and say, well, I earned it. I work really hard, so this is my little cheat. I encourage people to reward themselves. But that is the tricky part. Remembering and gauging what a reward is. A little bag of chips every night because you had a good day isn't a reward. Technically, it's a punishment. You just don't see it as that. In the moment, it feels fantastic. And during the day, when you really, really kill it, you worked hard, you exercise, you were effective, you were efficient, but something was lacking because by the end of the day, now this little something in here, maybe something in here, makes you psst. And you justify it. Now, this patient came in. She said everything I would like to hear, and she had done it herself. I think I'd like to say that some of my influence has helped, but she's very cognizant of the effect that carbs have on her. Now, if she cheats, she has something that's a little bit too refined, she finds that one, she gets hungry very shortly after. It didn't satisfy her. She was not satiated. And that's why I push protein, because that will satiate you. So she's hungry. The cravings grow, and it builds on it. It snowballs, really. Because the more that you have refined carbs, it shifts your gut biome. And those bacteria that thrive on refined carbs, they proliferate. And then they want more. And guess who's going to give them more? You. And you won't notice at first, but then that's my symbol for cravings, if it's not clear. And what this patient did was, I'm going to cut out these refined carbs. I'm going to stick to complex and reduced amount of volume of complex carbs, more protein, more veg. And what she found was her weight went down, and a significant amount, like more than 10 pounds. Whereas she was, prior to this dietary change, exercising really hard, really consistently, getting frustrated. The cravings were there. The indulgence was there. And now she cut those snacks out and focusing on like whole foods. Her cravings are way down, feeling satisfied, weight is down, and her mood, her underlying angst is disappeared. And everyone's got stress, everyone's got worries, but she had like an underlying anxiousness, just kind of generalized, just sort of there, nothing flaring, but there, and couldn't put her finger on it. But cutting out these carbs, it just disappeared. And that is synergizing again with a lot of research out there that your mood, anxiety, depression has a very strong correlation with some kind of bugs in your gut that love sugar. So that's another vote for mental health and your gut health feeding off each other. So I really I told my patient, I'm going to steal this conversation and make a podcast out of it, because she hit it on the head, and it applies to a lot of people, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people. So if you're playing with intermittent fasting, but not eating enough protein and not exercising, it's working against you. When you are going 16 hours without food, you're breaking your fast. And every person that comes in that's telling me that they're doing intermittent fasting, they're not doing it right. And then they're having carbs at their breakfast around noon. And they have a little something around 4 o'clock because they're getting hungry. And then they have a big dinner. And then what do they notice? They're hungry after dinner. And then they munch again. So even if they're in that 8-hour window of eating, it's mostly carbs. It's calorie backloaded into the end of the day. It's not working for them. I tell those people, bring back your breakfast, early breakfast, within an hour of rising. Protein rich. 3 hours later, 3 to 4 hours, have your lunch. Mid-afternoon, maybe have a little snack, something to hold you over. And then you have your dinner. Protein at each major meal. And you'll find that the munchies after dinner disappear. Your energy levels stabilize. Your metabolism goes up. Weight loss, it's almost an automatic because of 2 reasons. One, you're getting enough calories spread out throughout the day so that you're boosting your metabolism. Your metabolic rate is going to go up, coupling with your exercise. So the exercise is benefiting from consistent meals, because if you're training more, you got to eat more. There's no such thing as training more, burning tons of calories, and cutting calories. Those, you're going in 2 different directions, and both of them are going to cause you to gain weight. I feel like there's a third part there, but I smacked my hand too hard. I forgot. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, protein, protein, protein. Bring down the carbs. Don't get rid of the carbs. This is not zero carb. It's not super low carb. And then people will be like, okay, what kind of carbs should I have? I hate rice. Okay, cool. Don't have rice. How about brown rice? I mean, it's still rice. I hate brown rice. Okay, cool. And we're looking at different types of grains, preferably gluten-free options. I like quinoa sometimes. People have asked me, doesn't quinoa have a ton of protein? It has a little. How about chickpeas? It has a little. How about if it replaces a meat, like protein, like a chicken or a fish, or it doesn't replace it? It's a substitute, lower yield for protein, but you need it. Now, protein, how much should you have? I say about 3 ounces. Whether that's 1 or 2 eggs, a palm size of chicken or fish or salmon or whatever. Try to have that at least twice a day. And then the missing piece, cooked veg. Cooked. Don't give me, I got to have everything raw because of this X, Y, and Z. Salad, sure. But don't have salad twice a day. Your tummy can't digest all that roughage. Now, you may work up to it. That'll be cool because it is good for you. But most people's tummies around here, very sensitive and very weak. Cooked foods, cooked veg, at least to get you started, is key. And what you'll notice, bowel movements become better. Now, people might say, well, I'm pretty regular as it is. But what they'll find is it's more complete. You feel like you've emptied yourself. You don't feel swollen or bloated or heavy after you eat. And cravings disappear. Weight melts. Mood stabilized. So these are really, really critical areas for us to pay attention to in terms of our diet and how it can support healthy weight loss and also coincide with training. The other thing that this patient I keep referring back to that she mentioned was, I no longer feel like I have to kill it in my exercise. I feel like I can bring it down a little bit, more of a sustainable tempo, and I feel good. I feel like it's a balance for me. So you don't have to be an Olympian in your gym. You don't have to pour sweat out of your free orifice. I don't want to say pour twice. Pouring out of your pores. Now you can just be like, get to the point where like I'm maintaining. I feel strong. I have good form. And I'm getting results. Because in the end, that's what you want. So that's the trademark for today. I'm going to register that across the bottom. You can't, what was it again? You can't, I wrote it down. Did I forget my tagline? Oh, I have to get it. I wrote it down. I'm slightly embarrassed. I'm glad I wrote it down because I would have totally forgotten it. You can't out-exercise a poor diet. I'll never forget it now.